Hi everybody, this is Tina. Welcome to my video today. First, I hope that you guys will bear with me today. I have some construction happening in my house. There's people walking in and out of my office, so I can't have my office door closed, and my kids are home running around like crazy because they haven't seen Daddy in like 4 days because he worked so much over the weekend. So it's a little bit crazy, but I'm on a super tight deadline to get this video and blog post up for you guys, so I just had to dive in and do it. So welcome to my home and welcome to my summer, you guys. So today I am participating in Kylie's blog hop, and the theme is Thailand Inspired, and this is right now tons of, well, I wouldn't say tons, but there's Stampin' Up! Demonstrators all over that are in Thailand because that was the incentive trip this year. So I earned the incentive trip, but I didn't go because I'm chicken, you guys. I'm too scared to travel out of the US. So this year I've earned the Alaska incentive trip. This is my fourth, let's see, yes, Alaska is my fourth incentive trip that I've earned, and we're going. I just redeemed it and did all the stuff that I need to do through Stampin' Up! To redeem it. And you guys, I'm scared to go on it because we have to go out of the country to Canada. Okay, you guys, I'm not kidding. I'm so chicken when it comes to traveling. So this blog post, or this blog hop, is inspired. It's supposed to be a Thailand themed inspired kind of project. So I'm making a card, and I've been enjoying so much all of the photos of all my Stampin' Up! Demonstrator friends that are in Thailand that are enjoying it. It looks amazing and beautiful and so fun. So what I did, oftentimes when I want to figure out, like when I have inspiration for something, I will just Google an image, like sunsets. So that's what I Googled. So I'm going to insert in here a photo that inspired this card. So there are two photos. One is actually my desktop screensaver type thing on my computer, and the other is a photo that I saw that inspired the thought of this card. So let me insert those here. So now that you've kind of seen what inspired me, let's jump in. So I'm going to do a couple things, and I'm going to move through this pretty quickly so you don't have to endure all of the craziness that's happening in my home. So first I'm starting out with some watercolor paper. This is the last piece I have, and I don't know what it was because I took the packaging apart. So maybe it's not a good idea to do that. But this is the kind of water paper that has a smooth surface. I don't know if that's cold press or hot press. I don't know. I just follow Christina Warner. Whatever she says to do, I do because she's, right, the expert. So this is, the reason I got this that's a smooth surface is for stamping. So when you're stamping on it, it's easier to get a crisp image. So what I'm doing is I'm not taping anything down. I'm not a watercolor expert. I don't do everything perfect. I just have fun. Like, that's what I want to do. I don't want to make it complicated, and I want to have fun. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm taking my ink pads and I'm pressing them together, and that's going to give me ink on here. So we're going to use, this is crushed curry. That's going to be the first color. We're going to use some lemon lime twist, and I'm not so great at like doing color combos. Like, it's not the thing that I'm most comfortable with, but I just took colors from, like I said, those images, and that's what I'm going with. So then I'm going to do Bermuda Bay, and you can actually use your re-inkers too, right, on the surface of these. I don't have time to do that because I never understand Australia deadlines, you guys. I'm always like, okay, that's in Australia. Like, the blog hop is going live on Wednesday in Australia, and I have to have it up today by 3 p.m. So I'm kind of under the gun here. So I'm using, for my sentiment, I'm using this beautiful bouquet, and then I'm also using the dies. So that was kind of an accident. I actually didn't realize that happened. I picked my die first, and then I picked a stamp set, which is often what I do. They just so happen to coordinate. So you can get these products together in a bundle, which saves you 10%, which is awesome. I've used this die set a ton already. It's an amazing die set. It has so many things that you can do with it. You can build a bouquet, and it's beautiful, but then it has all these other pieces and sentiments that you can use separately. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm doing is, and I probably should get clean water. So a little tip for you, I just keep a bottle of water in my craft room at my craft space, so I don't always have to run to the sink, and I just literally threw that water right out the door. I just opened the door and threw it out. Don't do that if like your craft room is like in the living room. Don't throw the water into the living room, but you guys know what I mean. So I'm just gonna take clear water and I'm gonna soak this whole paper. I'm gonna get a lot of water. It's super important for you guys to get a lot of water on this paper. That's what's gonna move the color around. Okay, so we're gonna start with yellow, and I'm gonna put water right in the top of my lid here, so you can see I have lots of it. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start dropping this water, or this ink, into the bottom here. Now I'm gonna show you when that is already done and dry. That's how we're gonna put the card together, but I just wanted to show you this process. So then the water is gonna get messy and you're gonna start to get ink colors kind of blending together here, and that's okay. And I'm just kind of tapping, see? And it's kind of splattering, and that's okay. I'm just having fun. I'm not worried about if it's perfect, if it's the way it should be. If I worried about if it was the way it should be, I would never do this kind of stuff because I never think it looks good. I'm always like, no, that's not how it should look. Okay, so that was Bermuda Bay. And then we're gonna come in at the very top here with Berry Burst. And this is definitely, it's going to dry lighter for sure. Okay, so there's a lot of water on here and it will move around. If you start to get a muddy color, I only know this from Christina Warner and Jennifer McGuire, you guys. I just tap it up with a paper towel. So if it's like mixing and the colors are kind of getting brown or muddy. So then what I do is I take my heat tool and I just dry it, and then I repeat the process. So like in here I would want this to blend a little bit more, so I would come down here and I would blend this out, okay? But since I don't have time to like do all of that, I want to show you what I came up with. And then these store, the bottom part is on the bottom, it stays on the bottom, so I'm gonna close these up, but I'll clean these out after I'm done filming for you guys. So what I've done here is I've stamped my sentiment, and this says, wishing you a day of love and memories. And then this is how my water piece came out. So can you see that as I dried it, it got all of these really fun kind of lines. So that was sort of what I was going for, because I was going for a kind of like a sunset, water, oceany kind of feel, right? So the other thing that you can do after everything is dry, this is completely dry. You can come in with your Wink Stella and just add a little shimmer. Be careful when you go over that black ink, because your Wink Stella will reactivate it and it will smear. So be super careful when you're doing that. And then also your Wink Stella will reactivate all of these inks and they'll start to move around. But if you just do a really light layer, then you'll get a shimmer, which is kind of hard to tell on camera here. So let's go ahead. So what I've done is I've just cut this little image from the die cut set. So what I'm going to do is start off with a basic black card base. I'll put a piece of white cardstock in here to write. And then what I want to do is go ahead and add some foam to my watercolor piece, because I feel like it looks really pretty when you pop up a watercolor piece. I trimmed my watercolor piece down to 5 1/4 by 4. So I'm going to have a nice black border right around my watercolor piece. Okay, just like that. So it's popped up. So now what I'm going to do is I've taken these flowers and they're going to hang off the side here. And I wanted to somehow create a heart like that first photo that I showed you. So I'm going to do that with these flowers, and I'm just going to kind of play around with them till I get a half heart. And then what I'll do is glue these down. I'll just use my liquid adhesive, and then I'm going to put some rhinestones right in the middle of those flowers. So I will do that, and then I'll be back to show you exactly how it turned out. Okay guys, here is my finished card. And can you guys tell that that's a heart? I don't know if I pulled that off or not. I will definitely insert a photo here on the video because I think that the colors come up a little bit better in the photo I took. And then instead of putting the rhinestones in the flowers, which maybe that would have made it more look like a heart, I stuck some rhinestones kind of around here because what I was feeling like is that there was too much space between the sentiment and the heart. So I stamped the sentiment first and then I did the heart. So what I would probably do if I did this different, if I was doing it again, is I would probably put together my heart and then I would put the sentiment closer. And maybe even what would be nice is if I had more of these and I did a bigger, like, so that half the card was the heart and then the sentiment was in the corner. I think that maybe would have looked a little bit better. So I don't know, you guys tell me, should I redo this and make a bigger heart and reposition the sentiment, or do you think it looks good the way it is? So make sure you head over to my website so you can check out all of the other people who are doing this blog hop. I think this is a highlighted, one of Kylie's highlighted blog hops, and there may be an option to vote. So if there is, I would love for you to vote for my card, and then leave me a comment and let me know what you think of the small heart, if it needs to be bigger or not. So I appreciate you guys so much, and I appreciate you hanging in there with me while my summer is crazy. I hope you guys are having a wonderful summer, and for all of my fellow demonstrators that are in Thailand, I hope you guys are having the best time. So have a great day, and I will chat with you later this week.